Welcome to Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. The podcast where three guys with big opinions and even bigger appetites go head-to-head on all things food, movies, sports, and whatever else gets us fired up. We blind taste test the best and worst colas, barbecue sauces, peanut butters, and those weird pickle-flavored snacks you see at the store but never dare to try. We rank them, we review them, and sometimes even surprise ourselves. Because trust us, we did not expect Casey Masterpiece to take the crown. It's not just food. We're talking movies, sports, personal stories, and whatever madness is going on in the world. One thing's for damn sure. We're loud, we're funny, and we're not afraid to tell it like it is. Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. Now, here are your hosts, James, Fridge, and Tommy.
I want to be Fridge.
I want to be Tommy.
Then I'll be James.
Okay.
All right, welcome to Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. It's another week, another podcast. We actually, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, we tricked y'all. We recorded a couple episodes ahead of time to have banked episodes in case someone got sick, and then we were all, like, psyched that we had episodes in case we needed them, and then Tommy got sick, like, the first week we had them. So now we're back to current.
I got the COVID.
Anyway, we have our special guest this week, Jessica. Jessica is a great friend of mine. I've known her since I was the Misfits kid in high school. We'll talk about that later on how we know each other. Jessica, hi, how are you?
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Why don't you introduce yourself? Hey, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Jessica. I have been friends with James since high school. I've known Tommy since he decided to be God's gift to women at my 20th birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
It's funny. I just showed Shelby those pictures Friday, I think. I was going through Facebook and found those. So, yeah, I was dressed as a biker because I had no costume, and I'm like, I'm just going to throw my vest on. And then Tommy comes wrapped in a giant-ass bow, and it says, God's gift to women.
Yep.
Two women loved him
God.
ever since.
Did anyone unwrap you?
Not that night.
Not that night? Okay.
No.
Anyway, so let's jump right into it. I got a little food icebreaker for us, and then
Okay.
Tommy, you're gonna get some experience here. You're gonna give us your prompts and your ideas for this episode as we go along.
I got a few.
So here's my icebreaker. If you were to go on a cooking show and say you were to showcase your skills, like, you ever seen those shows where it's like, make me your best meal to be judged and whether or not you're on the show? I think MasterChef does it. So what would you cook for the judges if you had to showcase your cooking skills?
I make a mean Cajun pasta.
Okay. Tell us about
What was really funny is because I was going to say a Cajun pasta that I have.
Yeah, so I'll pick either chicken, shrimp, andouille sausage, sometimes all three, sometimes two, but it's a spicy tomato cream sauce, a little bit of Parmesan, some spinach, tomatoes, onions. Fuck it up with Slap Your Mama. It's really good.
I could dig that.
I would do that.
We're going to need to have that made for us soon. Actually, it sounds like if Tommy's going to pick a similar dish, we should probably put you up against each other.
Slap Your Mama. I've never used
Cajun
that.
cook-off?
But when I do the spicy Cajun, I do Holy Voodoo by Meat Church.
Okay.
So Slap Your Mama, I've heard a lot of good things about it. It is a good seasoning.
It's hot.
Is it?
It's hot.
Ooh, I might have to try it the next time I make it. Because Becca literally just talked about it last week. Like, when are you going to make your spicy Cajun chicken? Because I do the chicken, and then I don't do spinach. But basically, same thing. Sounds almost identical to what I do, besides the spinach.
If you add a leafy green, it's healthy. So
I won't eat it.
And then I'll take the Parmesan, I'll grate it in, and yeah.
I'm gonna be that person, and it's weird because I love spicy food. I'm not a huge fan of the Cajun spice profile.
Yeah?
I don't know what it is, but yeah, even when I go to like Howie's Bayou here in Ferndale, they're a Louisiana style cookery. I don't get the Cajun stuff. I prefer like a seafood, like a voodoo sauce and stuff like that. So if you guys want to try and turn me, Tommy, you already have in a different way.
Yeah.
I'm down to try your pastas. So Tommy, is that what you'd go for the competition?
Yeah, honestly, that was the first thing that came to my mind. She kind of stole it for me, but no big deal. But yeah, first thing that popped in my mind was my spicy chicken pasta.
Fridge, do you even cook?
I grill.
What would your wife Amanda cook for you to bring on MasterChef?
I don't know. She'll cook a lot of stuff. I do like the grilling outside unless she gets to it first. But
all right, so I'm guessing then, would you grill or barbecue or smoke something for that competition?
Like some brisket.
Brisket, okay. I have never owned a smoker. Shelby brought one with her. It needs a little TLC. I have a brisket from years ago that's been in my freezer from when I bought a cow, and I definitely want to try it. I know that Scott, Jessica's husband, made the brisket from that same cow, and even after years, it turned out great from what I heard. So
The best brisket I've ever had.
So that gives me a little hope that, you know, even though it's been frozen, it was well frozen and packaged.
It's
so
just freezer aged.
yeah, I mean, realistically, I mean, it's not unsafe to eat. It just might lack something here and there in flavor, but it sounds like it turned out great. So I definitely want to get to it. So anyway, brisket, tell me about it. How would you make it? What's your process? Do you do a 3, 2, 1? Do you apple cider vinegar? Or do you make your own barbecue?
You gotta have a pan of apple cider and some apple juice and water in the bottom and wrap it after a while. But I do like the meat church spices.
Yeah.
You know,
I swear by the meat church spices, man.
Your voice volume cut in half from our mic test. I'm just letting you know.
How?
Yeah.
I'm like,
there
right
you go.
here.
There you go. Now you're talking loud enough. Okay, so you know,
there's a Texas Sugar by Meat Church.
Oh, I know.
Love Texas Sugar.
I know. I have a whole cabinet full.
Me, same here.
Texas Sugar, is that included with racism? Like what?
I don't know. It's a sweet with a little bit of spice.
Sugar is sweet. No shit.
But no, Meat Church does have good spices.
Yeah. I have they probably have about 15. I have at least 8 in my cabinet.
Oh yeah, I go to Ace right by my house.
Oh yeah, that's the same one I go to.
The hardware store?
Yeah,
Yes.
there is a whole smoker
It's like
section.
the hidden spice game.
They have
Oh
they
yeah,
have an
and
amazing
I'll tell you
sauce
what,
and
the
spice
Ace
section.
in Clarkston is actually the best for
like wall
to wall.
Well, check out the one at 13 and Hayes. It's like a quarter of the store is dedicated to spices and barbecues.
Yeah, barbecue, smokers, pellets,
Yeah.
whatever you need.
It is a hidden
Chips.
gem.
All right.
They also have really rare, hard to find Michigan-based products at their checkout, like, you know, honeys and fudges and toffees and things like that.
Some
so
Sanders stuff.
Saunders. Everyone, don't get me started on bumpy cake. It's.
I didn't say Saunders. I said Sanders.
I know. I said it because that's what everyone assumes it's called, but you know, come to find out, it's Sanders.
We're from Michigan. Sanders.
So have you ever asked a question like this and then forgot to even think about your own answer while you're talking? Because I totally have done that. Yeah. I don't know what I would do for a competition like that. I'd probably have to bust out a salmon dish of some kind.
Are you
Huh?
skin on charcoal?
I'm going to pan fry it.
Some kind of glaze.
That's where I get unique. I'm either going to go with like a nice white cream sauce or I'm going to do some kind of glaze. The best one I ever did was like a salmon and shrimp combo, and I did like a chili sauce glaze. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Well, then you'll have to cook for my wife. I don't do seafood, and she keeps asking me to make her salmon, and I don't know enough about a salmon. Like, oh, this is good, because I can't taste test it.
I make salmon at least once a week.
So
it's so good. Yeah, I'm happy to. You know.
Yeah, because I know you enjoy cooking, and
we'll have to plan a day one day, and we'll just do like a surf and turf. That way, you can at least try it.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people like to do salmon on a cedar plank in the grill. And I don't like it personally, but
even if I don't like the food, I'm always willing to try because, hey,
we didn't get like we are without trying food, Tommy.
Exactly.
A good Dijon mustard sauce.
Some pierogies and ketchup.
All right, you are 2 strikes and 1 more. You're out, sir. You know, I know Jessica and me have bonded in the past over mustard and mustard flavored things. I have probably 12 kinds of mustard in my fridge and probably 4 more in my cabinet that have not been opened. So absolutely love it. So Easter just passed. A lot of people have a lot of different takes on deviled eggs. I like mustard in my deviled eggs. What do you guys think about that?
As someone who makes the best deviled eggs in the entire world, there is a little bit of mustard in them.
Dijon, yellow, brown?
Just basic yellow.
Okay. I do a half and half yellow and Dijon typically. But I have to one day, deviled egg off with you too. We're just gonna do a lot of food competitions, me and Jessica and Tommy, and I'm a cocky, cook. I think my food is best, but everyone cooks for themselves how they want.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
But I will say that in the past, many years ago, when I lived with Scott and Jessica and him were just in a budding relationship. She came over one day and we all decided to do a mini 3-person potluck. And I made a ratatouille succotash is what I called it. It's basically ratatouille, but instead of slices with the sauce, it was basically more of a diced ratatouille, same ingredients, different prep. And then Jessica brought over this pasta and they were sitting next to each other on the plate, and we both in our own plates in our own world of eating this food decided to combine these two. And it was like the best pasta I've ever had in my life was the combination of hers and mine. And we need to recreate it one day. It was magic.
Your sauces combined.
Well, it was a basic, just like garlic and olive oil chicken pasta. So the ratatouille really amplified it. And as much as I like to hate on James, that was really, really good ratatouille.
So you guys are talking about like main dishes. What's like your go-to, I'm going to make this appetizer to knock the pants off somebody?
A Red Bull.
Deviled eggs.
Your deviled eggs?
Deviled eggs every time.
I got to go with my meatballs.
Hey, I had some of your meatballs. It was for one of the Lions games.
Yep. They're always a hit.
Dude.
I change the recipe up every
we
time.
Were at that Lions game.
Yeah, we have a picture of Fridge eating a meatball out of my mouth, and teeth definitely touched. If anyone wants to see the picture, check out our Facebook. I'll post it tonight.
Thanks.
That's Monday Night Meat and Potatoes on Facebook. Yeah, I'd have to go with my meatballs. I change the recipe every time, just slightly, for whatever. But basically what I do is I just buy a 5 or 6 pound bag of home-style meatballs. It can't be Italian.
Nope.
You throw them in a crock pot, and you do a 20-ounce jar of Smucker's grape jelly.
Has to be Smucker's. I
believe it or
swear
not, a lot of people will say that. I don't always use Smucker's.
Okay, I always use Smucker's.
So I think actually the last time I made them and they were just fine, it was, because the price of groceries are skyrocketed. So I'm not paying $6 for a jar of jelly. Thanks Donald Trump for lowering our groceries. At least that's what he says he's doing. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I picked like this. It was like 2 for $2 jelly. It was It was a white label and it said grape jelly in big black bold letters. And I didn't know the brand. I'm just
commissary jelly.
it was government jelly. So I ended up buying that and it worked out fine.
Okay.
So anyway, I use a 20-ounce thing of jelly for a 5-pound bag of meatballs, and then you do a 32-ounce Sweet Baby Ray's. That is the one it has to be. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, not the honey barbecue. And then I add chili flakes, cumin, and chili powder to taste, and then I just fuck around with the rest. So that's pretty much all it is.
I add a little bit of sriracha. I have it written down actually. And a little bit of Dijon, and mess around with the spices. I found adding just a little bit of Dijon and a little bit of sriracha. But when I tasted yours, I'm like, what is that little extra kick of spice? And you're like, chili flakes. And I'm like, oh, dude. And so my next batch that I made, I put some chili flakes in it, and it just amplified it.
I've done chili oil. I've done chili paste. I've never done sriracha or mustard in them. But, I really do go with the old, I hate this. Jessica might actually be able to correct me here. Adage? Is it adage? The old adage, A-D-A-G-E?
A-D-A-G-E.
I've seen it in books. I've never heard anyone say it out
adage?
Loud. Is it adage? The old adage?
Adage.
Yeah, adage.
Adage.
Yeah, adage.
I've said
adage.
I've said adage in my head my whole life.
Adage?
Yeah, the old adage.
Drive a Dodge.
What a tool. Adage.
Don't tell me you've never read a word your whole life and then
Saunders.
heard
Adage.
someone says it out loud and you go, that's how that's pronounced.
Not gonna lie, I've never heard a single person say it out loud.
So there you go. See? So anyway, I cook with my heart. I don't write recipes, even if I
Yeah.
follow a recipe, unless it's baking, because baking is a science and cooking is with your heart.
Agreed.
So
100%.
my recipes are never the same. Recreating one is incredibly difficult for me.
I guess if I did appetizer, I love, they're called Millionaire Smokies. We take the smoky, I dip them in buffalo sauce, then I wrap them. I know you won't like them, but then you wrap them in bacon, and then you sprinkle brown sugar, and then the Meat Church Holy Voodoo on there, and then you put them on the smoker.
Are you being sponsored by Meat Church this week?
I'm telling you.
They just have the best spices.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's getting a kickback.
I'm not, I swear. If they
if
want to
you go in the
sponsor me,
house-
I am totally
Today's
down.
episode of Meat and Potatoes, sponsored by
Matt Pittman, if you're listening.
We love the signature pellets. We love the voodoo.
I know.
Go to Ace Hardware near you.
You know what? When it does come to like sponsored spices, and the big one that's going around a lot is Dano's. It's awful.
Dano's isn't too bad.
I don't like Dano's.
I see it all the
they're
time, and I've never used them.
overpriced as hell. They're like $9 for like an 8-ounce damn spice mix, and I'm like,
Church is not cheap. I mean, but
What is it, like 9, 10, something like
I
that?
want to say it's about.
but if it's
10,
good,
12
it's
bucks.
worth it. Dano's to me just tastes like what you like a McCormick.
And then when you go
mix.
to Ace and buy 3, you get 10% off.
oh my god,
Or if you sign up for rewards.
go ahead.
Today's episode sponsored by
Throw out your affiliate links while you're here, boys. So the little Smokies you brought up, Shelby and me love pigs in a blanket, but she uses the mid-size sausages.
You can't.
You have to use the cocktail weenies, right?
Yeah, the cocktail,
tiny
yeah.
one.
She uses the bigger ones, and I'm like, that's not what I imagine
She's
a
a
pig.
size queen.
And I
I don't know why she's.
I
with
tried
me.
the, I tried the Eckeridge, and they were not the same as the Hillshire Farms, in my opinion. So I usually use the Hillshire Farms Little Smokies.
Today's episode is sponsored by Hillshire Farms. Any other brands you want to name drop here, Tommy?
Meat Church, Meat Church. But no, that was no. I do like their spices.
So
Our
anyway,
seasoning's way wrong.
so how was everyone's Easter? Did anyone celebrate? Did anyone have a good Easter meal or anything?
I watched WrestleMania. I know, crickets.
Did
I'm
you
the
pay
ol-
for it?
No, it streams on Peacock, and I have Peacock.
Okay.
So I have Xfinity,
Sponsor.
and I get Peacock for free if you are an Xfinity subscriber.
Today's episode sponsored by Xfinity.
This is the first year I didn't do anything with my family for Easter, any type of meal, but I did get $75 for honey baked ham and gift cards from the casinos that I go to, because that's the least I can do with the amount of money I spend there.
Fucking forgot my pie again.
He forgot his pie. Oh no.
I had an apple pie with caramel and walnuts that I was going to bring over.
That sounds delicious.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Shanghai's here. So what is, and I'm going to guess deviled eggs for Jessica, but what's your favorite part of Easter meal? Easter dinner, Easter Sunday brunch,
You know,
whatever.
we don't really get together for Easter. Yesterday, my husband Scott smoked a meatloaf and I played Roblox.
Right on.
That was my Easter.
If you ever want to play Roblox, Kayla and Mackenzie love it.
There's nothing wrong with a 33-year-old woman playing Roblox.
Oh God, you are 33.
Yeah, we're old.
You're. I
I've
just
known
always,
you that long.
I always forget
You've-
that you're
we've
a year and
known-
a half younger.
No, 13 years, Tommy. 13 years.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
crazy. So,
I'm getting old.
what would your favorite part of a typical Easter meal be?
The rabbit.
Typical Easter.
The hollow chocolate bunnies.
That's not part of the meal.
The
The
hollow
the
ones.
white chocolate bunnies.
They can't be the solid. The hollow
I love ham.
chocolate bunny.
I love the
Cheesy potatoes.
We're talking. I just hear. I love ham.
ham.
I like rocks.
So, honey baked
With
ham.
meat church seasoning.
honey
You
baked
could probably
ham.
put the sweet, the sugar
Texas
on there.
sugar on it.
So I love myself a good honey baked ham, and I got the gift card, and I was looking what I want to get. So they have your spiral cut honey ham and your turkey and blah. So they have a new thing called, it's a boneless carver's ham, and I'm going to try it. So that's what I'm going to use my gift card on. It's half the cost of a bone-in, and why are you paying for a bone? Because you pay by the pound.
Yeah.
I prefer a bone.
Thank you. So you can have all the bone you want without having kids. Well, Anyway, so the thing I like about a ham with a bone in is I can use the ham bone to make split pea soup or something like that. But you can't use a honey baked ham bone because it's too sweet. So why am I paying for a bone from Honey Baked?
Now, as far as the brand that I've always had of ham, I've never had a Dearborn ham. Have you guys had?
I've had a Dearborn.
Is it worth getting?
Yes.
Yes.
Dearborn's half the cost of Honey Baked,
Yes.
and I think it's all the bit better. It's in my
It's
opinion.
on par. But
It's in my opinion the best ham around here is a
Okay,
Dearborn.
because I've always. Should I
like their
go
little
ahead?
bags of like jerky sticks and stuff are good, but
Mm-hmm.
their ham is like par with.
I like their ham. Believe it or not, I just had this talk with my dad last week when we were talking about getting a ham for this holiday. Kroger brand is second best.
How do you say that again?
Kroger brand.
Oh, not Kroger's brand.
No, it's not Kroger.
No, we're not 90 and stupid.
This is James, not his dad.
Anytime that I hear I went to Kroger's today. I'm like, you went to more than one? Why'd you go to more than one? But yeah, Kroger brand ham. It's like $3 or $4 a pound, and it's just as good, if not just a little bit worse. But definitely check that out. So it's funny that Tommy, you brought up WrestleMania. So I was doom scrolling TikTok earlier before you guys came over and came across a video where all these guys are simping over Rhea Ripley. And I had to bring it up. Jessica, do you know who this is?
I do.
Oh, God.
I find this woman hideous.
She's worse than China.
I would go for China before Rhea Ripley.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Is that your background?
She's background on my phone.
She is.
no.
Okay, now we have mentioned this before. You do not find her attractive.
No,
And-
I don't. It's the opposite. I find her fucking hideous.
Okay, now this is what I have to say about her. In the ring, I think it's more of her entrance. I don't know why. I kind of just find her entrance sexy, and when she does, like, when she jumps on the side of the ring, she like leans over. I don't know why. And the tattoos, I don't know why. I just find it. I find it kind of hot. I even was telling Becca the other day. I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't think Rhea is maybe that attractive. Maybe James is onto something, but her entrance, I think she's hot. And I was literally just talking about that.
She takes so much testosterone that she has a micro penis, basically, right?
Because I was even like looking at her doing meet and greets for the WrestleMania weekend. I'm like, she's not really attractive. She's not attractive.
If you shake her hand, you're gonna grow hairs on the palm of your hand from the testosterone that touches you.
Her having muscles is not what.
What about the mustache? What about the penis?
I understand she's going to be athletic. That was
You
not.
can be athletic without looking like that. Lita was athletic. She's hot as hell.
Oh man, and I met Lita in person, and she is hot.
Tommy, Rhea Ripley. Have you touched your pee-pee to her?
No.
Have you role played with Becca as Rhea Ripley?
No.
Have you thought about her in the shower?
Now Becky Lynch.
I don't.
No. And I will say, we're talking about WrestleMania. I was so disappointed in all of WrestleMania. One of the worst WrestleManias in a few years. But Becky Lynch has been on sabbatical for a year. She returned from sabbatical last night, and that was my highlight of not a WrestleMania. So I was excited.
Rhea Ripley is Triple H in a wig. You know that, right? Jessica, did you ever watch wrestling?
When I was a kid, I
Yeah.
guess
Hunter
I
Hearst Thompson.
remember like
Triple H.
the Hardy Brothers,
The Hardy
Hardy
Boys.
Boys, yeah.
the Hardy Boys, or like Steve Austin. Back in the day, wrestling.
He made an appearance last night.
All right.
the Undertaker.
This brings up, and it's not really wrestling related, but it's the whole Rhea Ripley thing and Tommy's attraction to her, him, whatever. Listen, I'm not disrespectful to people I know, but she's famous, so I get to make fun of her. Who do you find attractive that other people go, ugh?
Who do I find
And obviously this is one of them for Tommy, but I'm curious if I mean, we all probably have one here.
But see, like I said, I've kind of changed my. Like I said, when I was looking at her doing the meet and greets, I'm like, you know what? She really isn't that attractive. I think maybe just the way she comes out and does her sexy little pose when she comes out on the ring apron, maybe that's what I find attractive about her. Because she had her jet black hair last night, ruby red lipstick, and it was hot.
Ruby Rod is hotter than her from The Fifth Element.
Oh my God. Who?
Fridge is looking someone up.
Another girl that we talked a couple of weeks ago, like who are your it girls? I've always been crazy about Kelly Clarkson. Even before I met you guys, I've always been a fan of Kelly Clarkson.
There's reasons behind that. You know, I don't think anyone's going to look at that and go, "Oh, why are you attracted to Kelly Clarkson?"
She's an objectively beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty.
But when I was 19, 20, a couple of friends were like, "Ew, out of all the girls you pick Kelly Clarkson," I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what it is. I love her to death."
See, that wouldn't make me go, "Oh, I don't get that," you know?
So you may not think she's beautiful, but she's not ugly to you.
I can just see why you would find her
exactly. Okay.
I can tell you mine. The one that comes to my thoughts first is Kate Micucci. She's one half of Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah.
She's the little elf-looking girl.
The dark hair or the blonde hair?
The dark hair.
The dark hair. Okay.
Now, see, I don't find her attractive.
Yeah. So the blonde actually is just tall and beautiful. Like she absolutely is. But Kate Micucci, the short little elf-looking one, I get a lot of raised eyebrows.
Her last name is Coochie.
Micucci. Which that's totally fine. I can help her out. I work at an OBGYN.
You want to see the Micucci?
Jessica, who do you find attractive that people question or raise their eyebrows at?
Really anyone over the age of 70. My celebrity crushes are Hugh Laurie, number one. Would smash all day.
I would too.
Sam Elliott, now. Not in his prime. Now is his prime.
But Hugh Laurie, man.
I mean, I would make love to Sam Elliott's voice. Like, I just want him to say my name over
I
and
love
over.
Hugh Laurie.
Who doesn't?
Nick Offerman, now.
Nick Offerman, okay. I literally just rewatched The Last of Us Season 1, and he played an amazing role in that.
Before he died, what was his name? Donald Sutherland.
Okay.
With the white hair.
Gotcha. So a lot of old people.
Yep.
Fridge, who are you looking up?
Not the main girl from Deadpool, but Angel Dust, Gina Carano.
Angel Dust. So the Rhea Ripley looking woman?
The one that throws around.
The Rhea Ripley looking woman?
Is that the shaved head
She's hot.
one?
She had the half shaved head, yeah.
She's hot.
Yes, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
She looks like Rhea Ripley.
Dude, she's hot.
Yeah, she does. They're very similar. She's Rhea Ripley without all the makeup.
Okay. Rhea Ripley. That's Rhea Ripley.
It is not Rhea Ripley.
No, she's a lot more attractive than Rhea Ripley.
What is her name?
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
To me, that's someone also
C-A-R-A-N-O.
objectively attractive. I couldn't picture anyone going, ugh, really?
I don't know. Like, you literally have comparisons online of these two people.
Who's your questionable? Like, you'd
Who's my
almost be
question?
embarrassed to tell somebody.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Now or then?
Now.
Okay. Because I'm more attracted to her now, It's a dead joke.
In the grave?
Yeah.
It's like grilled cheese.
It's a cold pack.
Fermented.
Okay, I do have another one. Kirsten Shaw. She voices.
I know. From
Bob's Burgers. She voices
Yeah.
the young one with the pink fucking
You
ears.
do like weird girls.
What about the girl that sings in Elf in the shower?
She's cute.
Zooey Deschanel?
Zoe
I don't know
Deschanel
her
is like
name.
renowned as a beautiful woman. But yeah, Kristen Shaw, for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, see, there's the eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Don't know why. It just always been there. I think it's partly just her she's funny as hell. But like, is she conventionally attractive? Absolutely not.
Also, Patton Oswalt does something to me.
I wonder why.
I wonder. Was that before or after you met the in person?
That's why I married Scott. Closest I could get.
I mean, you know, Patton Oswalt is single now. His wife did die.
He'd hate to see me coming.
Or would he love to see you coming? So yeah, Fridge, do you actually have one that raises eyebrows?
Yeah, come on, dude. We're not gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, we are.
No promises here.
That's literally what we do.
No, I don't know. I don't find.
Fridge is just like, I'm only attracted to attractive people.
I'm trying to think.
I have
most elite.
standards.
So you know I'm heavy into wrestling, so
You're heavy and into wrestling. We know.
this one you'll make fun of because she's built.
Different.
No,
You guys all gave me shit about Ronda Rousey too.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad
now
one.
I don't find her attractive whatsoever.
That's a bad one. You guys are just
Jade Cargill.
I don't know who that is, but
Exactly.
I'm going to pause here for the round. What is with you guys wanting girls on steroids?
Well, this is
'Cause
why
then they can
you.
share.
They're big dudes. They need to be roughed up a little bit.
I'm a big dude. I like petite women.
Well, you're not gonna like Jade Cargill then.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
Sounds
look
like
this
a car
person up.
salesman.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
see.
It
Dude, she's ripped.
looks.
Why?
She's ripped, dude. She's so hot.
That looks like Halle Berry dressed as Storm
That's basic.
with steroids.
That's kind of her shtick.
like Hulk
is,
Hogan's body.
No, she.
It
That's
looks
kind
like
of her.
Hulk. It looks like Hulk Hogan is cosplaying Storm. That's what it is.
That's kind of her shtick when she comes out. Like
It's kind of her shtick. She looks like a man.
Her shtick? You mean
no.
her shtick is
Her shtick is tucked.
No,
her shtick is power shtick.
no, her.
She uses that for her fucking armpits.
No, like her shtick is here comes the storm.
stop saying
She
shtick.
almost like cosplays Storm as her wrestling.
If you had one night with her, she'd shtick it in you.
Oh, she would destroy me.
Oh my god! And you're
Death by
excited about it.
snoo.
Yeah, that's my snoozer.
Oh gosh, the flesh is bruised, but the spirit is willing.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Like,
know,
oh, here's another one.
is it another masculine woman?
See, now
Yes!
I feel bad because I don't
Yes!
have one, and he's got like all of these.
Tommy, do you have a fetish
I think
for
Tommy
women on
has a-
steroids?
I guess this is just kind of what
Tommy wants bodybuilding women.
I love She-Hulk. That TV show She-Hulk, that was so hot. I loved I forget her name. Something Masani. She played. I loved her as in her human form and as She-Hulk. I told Becca,
Taking
like
him
I think it was a second or third episode where she picked up the guy and tossed him on the couch. I'm like, oh my god, that's so hot.
Was that your first boner?
Not my first in that show. Yes.
Do you guys have any non-human, like cartoon? Or
She-Hulk
something?
was. Oh man, I loved her. She-Hulk. She was so hot in that show.
Jessica Rabbit.
Not objectively hot cartoons.
Okay,
I'm going back to Scooby Doo, Velma.
Velma is way better than Daphne.
Oh no way! The
you know,
red hair. Love the red hair.
I do have to just really quick, and I will get to the unconventional cartoons, but I had a chance back in the day. It was MSU 2011. I was there for Halloween, and I went out with some friends, and there was this girl there that was a friend of a friend, and she was dressed as Jessica Rabbit. She had the long, sparkly red dress, the purple, elbow-length gloves, natural red hair. And we are hanging out all night. We get back to the dorm room of the person we were hanging out with, and no one's there. And she's like, let's do this. Help me get out of this dress. The dress's zipper is stuck. And it's a $600 dress that she borrowed and didn't want to break it. So we are frustrated, and we are trying to get to business, but we can't get this dress off. So she finally goes, just fuck it, just break it. So I ripped this fucking dress off this girl, and in walk the roommates. And listen, it was so tight you couldn't even do that. This girl had
Carry a knife
she had
like a real man.
Did you miss the part where I said she didn't want to ruin the dress?
Then she said, "Rip it,"
And then I did. And then in walks the roommates, and boom, cock block.
because you took too long.
Fridge,
took
this
too long.
wasn't my choice. I'm getting
was.
to the. You're making me more frustrated right now.
I can see he's getting frustrated on his face.
Anyway, so we're gonna stick with the rabbit theme for me. We're gonna go with the rabbit from Zootopia. She has. She had a donk.
An objectively attractive rabbit.
If you're attracted to rabbits,
What is wrong with our
what was
friend?
her name?
Rabbits and
I'm
fruit.
trying to think. Of
you
her
were
name.
talking about fucking
Judy
a rabbit earlier.
Was it Judy Rabbit? Judy.
I think it was Judy.
Judy, yeah.
Yeah.
Judy. That sounds right.
know,
Judy
speaking
Hops.
of-
It's Judy Hops.
Zootopia, that saber-toothed tiger.
The saber-toothed tiger from... Wait, I'm trying to remember
Now
the
see, I
saber-toothed
think
tiger.
the lion was cool.
Maybe it was a lion.
The lion was voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Really?
The saber-toothed tiger I'm trying to remember from Zootopia. So anyways, other than that, I mean... cartoons, I mean, I'm not...
Okay, a question. Marge Simpson or Lois Griffin?
Lois Griffin.
Marge Simpson?
That's not
I'm
even on
asked-
anyone's
The
radar,
wife
dog.
from American Dad.
I'm still going Lois.
All right, how about
Because I'm like a real life Peter.
Brian.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't...
Man Ray from SpongeBob?
I don't know. You're into senior citizens. Wouldn't it be Barnacle Boy?
No, there's a very specific scene where Man Ray is laying down, and it's very similar to Jeff Goldblum laying down in Jurassic Park. Very similar pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is.
Just does it for you, huh?
Just that very specific scene.
See, I'm even going back to like being a kid and going like, "Wow, that's a hot cartoon" or whatever. But like when I was
Dexter's
6,
Laboratory's mom was hot.
what is wrong with you?
Dexter.
Dude.
I don't
No.
remember what she looks like.
She looks like a maid with. She's always wearing those, halfway up the arm rubber
Those
latex
writers knew
gloves.
what they were doing. Those animators knew what they were doing.
Okay. Anyway,
She's got a dump truck on it.
even growing up though, like my dad had a hidden stash of Playboy magazines, and so I was looking at real people when I was 5 or 6 years old, not even cartoons. So I think my brain might be wired differently. What are you looking at over there?
Dexter's mom
Dexter's-
in a bikini.
Oh my god. No, okay. The mom
From The Incredibles.
Oh.
See, I was gonna go with a similar in vein type person. The mom from Big Hero 6. Or I think it's the aunt, technically. So she is built a lot like Mrs. Incredible. And
Pixar knows what they're doing.
Pixar. Yeah.
And I kind of like the
lamp.
deep voice, the deep voice
You were-
lisp of Incredible, Miss Incredible.
Suspicion.
That testosterone voice.
this is the aunt from Big Hero 6.
Oh, she is hot. The doe eyes.
And
I think
she's got a
something
dong.
with short hair.
I love a pixie cut. It's ingrained in me.
The pixie cut is hot if you got the right face.
I think I lost my V card to a girl in a pixie cut, so I think it just stuck with me. So yeah, anyway, long story short, cartoons and animated characters, other than the ones that are very human-like, I just don't find attractive at all. Also, Patrick Star. Ladle.
In the fishnets.
It's got to be in the fishnets. Sticking on the entertainment topic, unless someone else has anything to add on to this,
No, I'm not going to incriminate myself any further.
we'll save it for next time. Jessica's here, and I had this in my notes for today. Jessica's here wearing a Hogwarts t-shirt. And me and Jessica are huge Harry Potter fans. I wanted to touch base on this, and then we have a conversation piece about it afterwards. And I'm sorry, Tommy. I said, you give prompts, but everything's just flowing. The casting for the Harry Potter TV show. I think HBO has done excellent jobs casting people that I go, ooh, I can't see them in that role, and then they kill it. But right now, there's 2 question marks with me with the Harry Potter TV show. One is Dumbledore. it is
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Ooh.
An amazing, talented actor, but he has a very nasally voice. First of all, I can't see that being a whimsical wizard, especially a booming-voiced Dumbledore. But also,
I'm willing to give that a chance just because of how good of an actor he is.
yeah, he's an amazing, terrific actor. But
Is he over 70?
here's my other thing:
You know what?
Are we gonna get
You know what?
Are we gonna get two Dumbledores again? Because he's like
She's red, so that's why I'm.
well, he's like 81 years old. It's gonna take 7 or 8 years for them to film all these shows. Are we gonna get a double Dumbledore again? And
Maybe.
it's just so
John Lithgow.
Also, like even in the Harry Potter movies, I mean, we did get two Dumbledores because the first one passed away, Richard Harris. I can't see Richard Harris getting into a battle with Voldemort and being intimidating.
I think he fit the first couple movies good because they were more childlike.
Yeah.
And the older they got, it really showed his why he was the only one that Voldemort ever feared. But I do agree, he was very, very Santa Claus-ish.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Santa Claus. Yeah.
Richard Harris, though, I feel like did the Professor Dumbledore better, whereas Michael Gambon did the intimidating Dumbledore better.
Agreed.
I think they both had lacking skills when it came to being the other part, though. Because Gambon did not do well when it came to being that whimsical, knowledgeable, caring professor. He always came off a little brash in the movies,
And a little intimidating.
Yeah. So, and he's not supposed to be to Harry and the kids,
Right.
So anyway, John Lithgow is not even the biggest crime in this casting. Have you
Talking about
seen
Snape?
who they cast? As
I
Snape?
just looked it up, and
I
I'm
was
guessing that's
waiting
who it
for
was.
Papa Acedo. Amazing actor again, but I just don't see it. Papa Acedo is cast as Severus Snape in the show, and I'm not trying to make it about a race thing, but in the movies or in the books, Snape is described as this pale, pasty white guy, and I just feel like it's going to have this undertone of race coming in. Why? Because there's already a racial undertone in Harry Potter, right? It's the purebloods. It's very 1945 Germany, if you really break it down to me, you have this race war. It's purebloods versus mudbloods, and I'm sorry, I said the bad word. Purebloods versus non-magical people and half-bloods and all that kind of stuff. To just take a character like that and woke it, I don't like it.
I mean, not only that, but when you see these flashbacks of him growing up with the Marauders and they literally hang him and like his pants fall down and
it's gonna feel racially triggered.
Yes, and I can't see it at any. And Sirius would have been a great choice.
Yeah.
So, anybody else, even Ramus.
So
somebody.
I'm keeping an open mind, but it's. I wish they would have went differently with it, I guess. But again, like I said, I never would have seen The Last of Us casting with what's his face that played Joel, Pedro Pascal. I never would have seen him playing Joel, but he fucking knocked it out of the park. Mm-hmm. HBO tends to do well with these things. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just kind of piggybacking off what you're talking about casting. Did you happen to see the full trailer for the new Fantastic Four?
I don't watch trailers.
That's right. I forgot.
So unless I see them before a movie in the theaters, I do not watch trailers because I don't want any spoilers.
Silver Surfer is a girl.
Okay. So I mean that's fine because the Silver Surfer is technically not an entity that has gender.
I just was not happy about it.
Why is she not muscular enough for you?
No, it's just you're finally going to try to redo the Fantastic Four and do it right. And Silver Surfer just is not a woman to me, and I'm not being...
The Silver Surfer is also not a man.
Just
by definition, I mean...
I understand.
I get where you're coming from, especially with movies and TV shows that are based off of books, comics, and they suddenly do a swap.
It just feels like they're pushing...
It's such a pet peeve to swap a character's gender when you've grown to love a specific character in a book or a comic, and then you've been waiting this entire time to see it live, and now it's different.
Be like making...
That would be like making Gambit a girl.
Yeah, exactly. To me, you finally get to see Gambit on screen, and it's a chick.
I think
Jennifer
I think a lot of this comes down to Disney being woke.
Yep.
It's not even Disney. It's Netflix and any other big entertainment.
A lot of them are doing it, but Disney's like the worst perpetrator for it. You have these live action movies coming out, and Disney is gender swapping or race swapping characters that I'm like, this is a story from 16th century Sweden. Why is it a black princess? That is typically a white person. Mm-hmm. Snow White is bombing right now, or it's bombed.
Oh yeah.
Snow White is a pale white-skinned girl, and they cast an ethnic person. I have no problem with them casting ethnic people in roles,
they fixed the story for her. You know how she got her name? Because I didn't watch the movie. I just heard through TikToks and social media is that she got her name Snow White by living through the winter.
Oh.
So they fixed her name.
It's all as bad as like the Superman S means hope. Go fuck yourself. It's an S. It's not a symbol. So anyway, the whole thing I brought this up for, there's two different ways we can go with this. I have notes on both that I want to talk about. I want to know who is perfectly cast in a show or TV or a movie that you just cannot imagine anyone else doing that role.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Can I finish my statement?
Sorry.
You're so excited.
He was ready with that.
Right there.
Sorry.
Faster than his muscle chest.
And then after that, because I brought up The Last of Us, I want to talk about video games turned TV show or movie.
Okay.
So we can touch on that after. So anyway, J. Jonah Jameson, played by J.K. Simmons, right?
J.K. Simmons, yeah, thank you.
He was so good that they cast him in two different universes of Spider-Man.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with them. He was made for that role. I'm going to bring up one. It's Robin Williams is the genie.
Oh.
Will Smith destroyed and ruined that role when they remade it.
What's another really good casting?
There's a lot of them out there. Like
Jim Carrey in The Mask.
No, if I'm going to stick with comic books,
Jim Carrey in anything.
I was surprised to find out The Mask is a comic book. It's
in the same.
It's the same universe as Kick-Ass.
And is it Image? It's Image, right?
Image Comics.
Yeah.
So you have Kick-Ass and I don't know. I'm trying to fucking think off the top of my head, and I can't right now. But there's a whole comic book world that includes The Mask.
It's really
in it.
dark too.
Huh?
You need more Red Bull.
I probably should have a
mind.
Red Bull.
I'm going to say the live action One Piece they did on Netflix.
I've heard amazing
really
things.
Great casting.
Okay.
They
it's on my list to
did
watch.
very, very good with the casting. No notes, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
What's another good one? If I'm going to stick in the universe of comics, I thought Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen as Magneto and Professor X was really good.
I will give you Patrick Stewart. I don't like Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. I don't think he's a perfect cast for it. I think he did a great job, but I also think Michael Fassbender did a better job than him.
Well, then would you say that Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, was great?
He grew on me. I didn't like it at first. I think it took him a few movies to really get the character right, but in the later movies, absolutely.
Yeah. I think he grew into that role. I think he accepted it. Because if we're talking, I was going to say he's really great, amazing in Wolverine Deadpool. I think Ryan Reynolds was made for Deadpool.
Yeah. It was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And there's just so many that I can think of, and they're all not coming to my mind now. So I absolutely love it when that happens. Perfect casting.
Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger.
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
He was great.
I don't think you can get better than that. And I even in the books, when I reread them now, I imagine Anthony Hopkins when I'm reading those books.
Here's another one, since we already brought up his name. I can't imagine anybody else playing House.
Hugh Laurie. So
Oh, yes.
that is absolutely an amazing casting call, and I love when you watch the behind the scenes things. The casting directors were going through their tapes and all that kind of stuff, and they were like, we need a cold-blooded American like this guy here, and they didn't know who Hugh Laurie was, and he did his audition tape in the bathroom of a hotel while he's filming something else, and they think he's just this American guy because they're like, he needs to pronounce all these really difficult medical words, and we need someone American, and he is British as fuck.
Yep.
And actually, before House, I think the only thing I knew Hugh Laurie in was I think he was on the airplane of 101 Dalmatians.
He was in The Borrowers.
Never seen it.
He was in Stuart Little.
Yes, he was. Yep.
And didn't he play like in a comedy TV show?
Yes,
for
with
like
Stephen Fry.
Yeah, well, that is absolutely, it's Blackadder, and it's
Blackadder,
skip the first season, but is one of the funniest things you will ever see in your life.
He wrote a book, The Gun Seller.
He also has 2 albums out, and he's an amazing musician.
He's also in a framed photo in my house.
I'm just going to go ahead and say
that's not a lie.
I'm pretty sure 3/4 of this podcast right now would have sex with Hugh Laurie. Fridge probably would too, but...
Oh, yeah.
But he only likes objectively attractive women.
House is one of the greatest TV shows ever.
Yeah, it's my number 1 of all time. So
it's up there with SOA and Breaking Bad.
I like Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad. But so as much as I can't think of perfect casting, video games turn movies and TV shows. It's a big thing coming out right now, and they've done a lot of good ones. You have Twisted Metal, you have The Last of Us, you have Fallout. Even the movies of Sonic and Mario have been good. I think of the 1990s Super Mario Brothers movie with
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo, and I'm sorry, I have a soft spot in my heart for that movie. I fucking love it.
The movie's terrible, but I still love watching it.
And Scott, one time we were at a suit store, and they had a trench coat with fur around the hood or the neckline. It was a Steve Harvey collection, and I want to buy it, but I tried it on, and I wish Scott could find the picture because he said it, and it fucking perfectly matched because I'm just this big motherfucker I don't have the giant head like a lot of big people do, and he's like, you look like a Koopa from fucking Super Mario Brothers. And he showed me the picture. I'm like, you're fucking right. And I just think of that scene where they just start dancing in the elevator, and I'm like, I gotta find that fucking trench coat because I want to buy it and be a fucking Koopa for Halloween. So anyway, what I was getting at is, you guys are all video gamers and movie and TV people for the most part. Which one's the best? What's the best one?
Ooh, it could be nostalgia, but I really enjoyed the first Mortal Kombat.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I even love the second one, even with the terrible CGI.
With was Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the song, I enjoyed that movie. I think that's one of the best.
Test your might.
I think that's one of the best.
This is how we get around copyright. We all sing it.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
I like the new one too, though.
I enjoyed that, but I'm just saying.
There's also the animated one. And I think the new one's coming out soon. We had a blast during COVID when Mortal Kombat came out, and you could rent out theaters. And we got like 25 of our friends and rented a theater and went and seen that new Mortal Kombat movie. Jessica, were you with us that day?
I was.
Yeah, it was a fucking blast, and we all. Scott and me went to the store and we bought like 40 little individual shooters, and we're in the theater just throwing them at people. It was super fun.
I'm gonna go with Arcane based off of League of Legends. Say what you will about League of Legends, but the show Arcane is a masterpiece.
I didn't even know that show existed, let alone it was based on League of Legends.
It's on Netflix. It's an animated show.
Okay.
Very, very
what
good.
What style animation?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Like, is it anime? Is it like cartoony?
Manga.
Is it?
It's like realistic cartoon.
Okay.
I guess. Trying to think of something else that would be a good example. It's not cartoony. It's.
They made a really good adaptation of, and I know you're a big God of War fan. Did you ever play the Dante's Inferno game?
No.
The mechanics are pretty much a clone of God of War, but it follows the path of Dante's Inferno. And they made about 2 years ago, and it's on my Plex if anyone wants to watch it, but it's a cartoon movie based on that. Absolutely phenomenal. Check it out. And he's going through the depths of hell, and it's all based on the game. I gotta go personally with Twisted Metal.
You like Twisted Metal?
Oh, that's up there too.
It was such a good show, and to take a game that is just there's no real story.
There's no story.
no
Just
really-
drive around and blow each other up.
Yeah, and it's an amazing game, but they did an amazing job with the show, and season 2 is about to drop. I was very surprised to see what Anthony Mackie or whatever his name is, the guy that plays Falcon.
Yeah, and Samoa Joe wrestling, he plays in it.
Yeah.
He plays my God, I can't even think of his name. The clown.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say Sugar Tooth, and I knew it was wrong.
Sugar tits.
Meat King or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Church.
Meat Church.
Texas Sugar Tooth, brought to you by Meat Ranch.
Another movie that
what
wasn't
it's
bad.
called?
I'm not a huge
Meat Church.
Pokemon fan, but Detective Pikachu.
Somebody's
was
gonna be
pretty
like,
good.
I need that meat ranch, and they're gonna be like, that's not what I should have searched.
Detective
That's going to be
Pikachu
a
was
weird
really
search
good.
for somebody.
And this one's a terrible movie, but I actually enjoy watching it. Was Need for Speed.
I enjoyed Fallout. I didn't like meat.
Fallout was good. I don't think I've seen Need for Speed.
It's not a great movie, but I enjoyed watching it. I think it was because I like Aaron Paul, so that's probably why. But it's not a really good movie, but I enjoyed watching it.
I even got Amanda to watch Fallout, and she never played.
So when I say I enjoyed the show, I hardly played any Fallout. I tried Fallout 4 like 6 times, and I get like an hour or two into it, and I just cannot get grasped into it. And I played New Vegas for like 4 hours, but I didn't really play the games. So, but I definitely enjoyed the show. Okay, I think we got something else to bring up while we're on the entertainment, and then Tommy can take it away for a minute.
Okay.
We watched a movie, and we're not sure we're going to do movie reviews all the time anymore, unless they're like new or really profound, or someone dies or something like that. But we watched and decided to watch Heart Eyes, new slasher film. It's what do you call a holiday slasher? Because there's a lot of holiday slashers out there. You know, they take place on Christmas or Halloween. This one is a Valentine's Day slasher where the killer Heart Eyes has a mask. It's like a gas mask kind of, where the eyes are heart-shaped. Go figure. And the killer is going around killing couples on Valentine's Day. Jessica has some strong opinions about this, so I'm going to let her take it away first.
Well, one, I hated it.
I figured as much
Right out
by
the
your
gate.
reaction.
Just hate it. And one thing I've got to say, especially with these newer slasher movies, is whatever happened to a good original score for a horror movie? You know what I mean? Halloween.
John Carpenter
great
is too
score.
old, that's why.
Nightmare on Elm Street, great score.
John Carpenter.
Yeah, and I don't know, and maybe this is going to age me a little bit, but they just don't make them how they used to anymore. It wasn't even scary. A lot of it felt like satire. It was basically a rom-com with people were dying.
No, it was just a rom. There was no com.
No, there was a few parts I laughed
It was a
at.
rom and what they tried to force com.
Yeah.
You know, there was a joke about Hobbs and Shaw, and
Yeah, they
just
were.
falling flat for me. It just...
I didn't dislike it. I'd give it like a 5.5 with no rewatchability, but it's barely a passing grade. You know, it's barely good. I didn't, like I said, I didn't hate it. My biggest issue is that, and it's not even just the score. It was nothing original. There was nothing in that movie that was unique to it other than the killer had heart eyes.
Yeah, because there's already been a slasher on Valentine, My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
well,
Which is a great movie.
The first 10 minutes, I was like, oh, this could be interesting. You know, I'm like, okay. And then it was 30 minutes of a chick flick. And I'm like, okay, when are we going to get into...
One of my big things is like they introduced a character for 60 seconds who turned out to be one of the killers, you know, the Asian guy.
Yes, the
Yeah.
IT guy.
And he comes in.
Spoiler alert, if you ever watched this.
I mean, there's going to be, but like, you know, he comes into the scene out of nowhere in the police department, and he meets this girl, and in 30 seconds goes, "Can I take you out for a cup of coffee?" I'm like, who the fuck does that? Like, you don't I don't walk up on the street and say, "Hey, can I take you on a date?" Like
Yeah.
you have to at least get to know someone a little bit. And immediately after that, I'm like, they introduced him because he's the killer.
Yeah.
I knew it immediately.
Not only that, but there was a third killer who they didn't even really explain why he was a third killer.
Oh, it's because he wanted to be part of it.
But they named him once. We still have no idea who this random man was.
It was let's take Scream and let a 12-year-old rewrite it for Valentine's Day. That's what this movie was.
I said to I watched it by myself and I said to
glad I
Becca,
didn't
"Oh
watch
boy,
this.
oh boy, do I have a movie for you to watch?" And she's like, "Oh really?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna want to watch Hard Eyes."
That movie was Unforgiven.
So
Well, no, Unforgiven was like 3 hours. Well, it felt like 3 hours. This one didn't feel like
this
3
one was
hours.
only 90 minutes, but
Yeah.
we are not batting very well when it comes to picking movies for
No.
this podcast.
What is going on? We have watched really
Maybe it's
terrible
not us.
movies.
Maybe just movies suck now.
We have watched one great movie, but we're going to get to it here in a second because I don't think TJ's ever going to come on here. He's a cuck.
What great movie did we watch?
The
Substance.
As
So,
they said in unison.
first of all, Fridge, before we get into the Substance review and why you hate it, are you a fan of body horror or Cronenberg style things?
I would have to say no.
I'm going to start with a 1986 classic,
The Fly.
The Fly.
Dude.
Did you see it? Do you like it?
I've probably watched bits and pieces.
How have
All's
you never watched The
All
Fly?
I know is he's got a thing in the basement. The fly gets in there. Blah blah blah.
It's a teleporter,
Yeah, whatever it is.
and a fly
And
gets in one of the pods, and he ends up combining
Yeah,
with the
combining
fly.
DNA, blah blah blah.
And it's
genetic.
one of the best
It does
body
nothing
horror
for me.
movies
Body horror,
ever.
science, sci-fi
Then he grows
movie.
the
Yeah.
little. Then he grows the little.
Have you
things.
seen Tusk?
No.
Again, an amazing body horror movie where the character is basically a science experiment. And he turns him into a walrus.
That'd be funny.
It's fucking awesome. I think it's what's his face?
Radcliffe? Is it Radcliffe?
Silent
No.
Bob that made it. What's his name? Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith wrote and directed it, but the kid that gets turned into
Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Justin Long.
You know,
I don't know why I said
the scream
Radcliffe.
queen that's a boy, you know. And he got to start on an amazing movie.
Jeepers Creepers?
Jeepers Creepers.
Yes.
That's a great movie.
First two are great, then don't even watch the
Oh,
last two. I can't even believe they made a fourth after the third. Anyway, Jessica, you liked The Substance.
I love The Substance, but I also love body horror movies.
Yes.
One of my favorite styles. But even if I didn't, I still thought it was a great movie.
I thought it was
It was
amazing.
hypersexual, which I was kind of surprised by.
There's some nice titties.
Demi Moore looked amazing
She
in
looked
that movie.
fantastic
In that movie, I'm like, whoa.
It's the only reason Fridge's attention got kept is he's like, there might be more
There
boobs
might be
in this.
another boob in there. Like,
But I think there was a lot of underlying messages in that movie, and I don't like to get too deep. Like the real meaning was about
right. It
beauty
just
and age
struggled
and
the
yada
whole-
yada. But
I struggled.
it was
with
like
I
the
thought they did really well with.
It was like
that.
It's very
A
much
doc-
accept you as who you are.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
was like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type movie. Have you seen the movie Senseless?
I don't think so.
Okay, in that movie, he's trying to make money, and he takes it's with Marlon Wayans and David Spade. It's one of the comedies, like a cult classic comedy. But he's trying to make money, so he takes an experimental drug. They tell him, "Hey, you take this, and you'll get super senses. Don't take more than your recommended dose." He takes his over the recommended dose, and he loses one of his senses at one time. So at any given time, he only has 4 of his senses. And it just reminded me of...
But we have like 20 senses.
That would lose my attention like right now.
So-
I don't even want to watch it.
it reminded me of that. The girl took more of the recommended dose,
Yeah.
so bad things always happen. That's what kind of reminded me of was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with the movie Senseless taking more than what you should take.
I just love that when she was the beautiful younger one, she tried to redo the whole thing from that body, and that's what made her that grotesque monster. And I'm sorry, but when they're on the scene where it's showing the Hollywood star, and all of a sudden she starts crawling forward. I fucking loved the ending of that movie.
I know. Actually, the grossest scene in the movie to me was Dennis Quaid
Eating the shrimp. Yes, 100% agree.
That was the grossest thing to me.
It went on for 3 minutes.
Oh, the wide lens.
The shrimp and the
He was just like this, slopping butter everywhere. I'm like,
everywhere, and he's just
yeah.
ugh.
That was the most disgusting thing in the whole movie.
It almost lost me there. I was like, yeah.
It was like the woman from Better Luck Chuck when she's eating lobster when he takes her on it. You guys know the scene I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So I was hoping we could get physical. Ooh, she's got fucking green lobster shit all over herself.
I mean, was The Substance the greatest movie ever? Absolutely not. But
within the genre, it's top five.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. Dude, you got to at least see this one time. You know, it's one of those, you have to see the movie.
I got the only reason I can accept that you don't like it is you just aren't into the genre.
It's just not right.
Because if you are into the genre, it's an A tier body horror movie.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion.
And
Fridge is wrong.
Like I even said it back, I have to Google if that really was Demi Moore. Or was that a body double? And it's like, no, that really was her.
I don't
and
think
she
it was. It looked very natural.
Yeah, it was her. She said she did it, and 62 years old.
Good for you, Ashton.
62.
Are they still together?
They are not. He's married to Mila Kunis.
Wait,
what? No,
Yeah.
Mila Kunis and him I thought broke up years ago.
No.
They broke up years ago. He
Got
and
back
Demi
together.
Moore got divorced. He is now back with Mila Kunis, and they are married.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ashton.
I know.
Dude, just bang, him and Macaulay Culkin, getting that Mila Kunis puss. Hey, that's a beautiful woman.
She's gorgeous.
I do want to bring up, just for a quick second, it's kind of a self-promo thing, but for you guys in the future, if you want more Detroit sports, Tommy and I are going to start a little side podcast for Detroit sports. That way we don't have to take up time where Fridge just sits back and sits on his phone while we talk about sports. So we're going to do like a 30 or 45-minute podcast here in the near future where we're just going to talk Detroit sports and sports in general. That way Fridge doesn't get bored.
What are you
Speaking
gonna
of,
call
Tommy... The working name right now is Tommy and James give you the D.
yeah, kind of like that.
So we have.
Speaking of, Pistons are up by 6 at halftime in the playoffs right now. And Tigers were up 6-4, still up 6-4 at top of the sixth, and they are number one in the division right now.
Ooh.
Yay.
I know it's only 23 games into the season. Let's not
Detroit.
get too crazy. It's 162 games, but yeah.
Wait, how many games do they play?
162 games, and we're only 23 games in. So
I think baseball plays the most games of any sport, right?
Absolutely.
Basketball is just under 100.
what time did the Wings face off time? Oh wait,
Yeah, the Wings didn't win.
yeah,
They
that's
suck.
right.
Go Flyers. Anyway, Tommy, do you have anything for us?
I got a couple things.
Is it Red Bull?
You had two.
I need more.
I
got one food thing I'll start with. I think when I say comfort food, we can say comfort food. I think a comfort food is like if you're sad or lonely, this is your go-to food. But let's just say
I'm 350 pounds. Food comforts me no matter what.
Yeah. So what is like a go-to food, like easy or a habitual food that you like? I am one of those that when I eat, I don't stray away for maybe dinner. I like to switch things up, but as far as like breakfast, I like to eat the same thing every day. Or if I'm eating lunch, I usually eat the same thing every day. But dinner, I switch up. What is like something habitual or like your go-to food that you like to eat? Because I have something off the top of my head that Becca's like, you eat that every day, or you don't ever stray.
I don't have a habit when it comes to food. The only thing that comes close is I guess I could eat Asian food at least once a meal every day, but I don't do it. I don't actively partake or practice it.
It's just because the Thai place is really close, but I can eat Thai like every day for lunch.
Really?
Yeah, no, and that Thai and Chinese and sushi, like I'll eat. I could eat those three for the rest of my life and be happy.
We need another sushi date here.
Because
for
Becca
lunch.
makes fun of me because a little sausage biscuits, they come, the
The
frozen
little
sausage.
Bob Evans or
Yeah, the little Bob
Jimmy Deans.
or Tennessee Pride Bob Evans
So
or whatever.
what you're saying is every day you eat a thin sausage patty between a baked biscuit.
Yes.
very rubbery.
That's my breakfast food. I eat that probably 5 times a week as my breakfast. Just
How many of them do you eat?
breakfast.
depends. Back before gastric, man, I'd eat like three packs of 6 of them.
What?
At once?
At
I thought you were
once.
going to say 3.
I know. I was
I'd eat
like, I was
6 of
okay
those.
with like 2.
No. Well, when you're thinking
I'm
Jimmy
like,
Dean,
yeah,
they're like that
2,
big.
I'm
I'm
good.
talking the sleeves. So yeah, about 6, sometimes 4, so 8 of them.
Mike,
My
I thought I was a
my
machine.
arteries are clogging.
Yeah,
Guess what I had for lunch today?
and I dip them in
Nuggets.
ketchup.
Guess what I had yesterday for lunch?
Nuggets.
Yes.
Okay, fridge is nuggets. We know.
Yeah.
Do you have a habitual food, Jessica?
I eat a lot of the same things every single day.
Yeah.
And it's just, if I find something I really, really enjoy, especially now with, trying to track calories and everything, if I find something that fits my macros, I eat it a lot.
Yeah.
So something recently I eat for dinner at least 2 times a week is I'll make a piece of salmon with just some lemon pepper, salt and pepper, a cup of rice. I'll shred up the salmon, mix it with the rice, dice up cucumber, dice up avocado, mix it all together, little mayo, little sriracha, and then I'll wrap it in seaweed and eat like little, kind of like deconstructed sushi.
I love lemon
Like a
pepper
little,
chicken.
But it's-
seaweed wrap.
I wrap it in seaweed and I just eat it like that. It's so good, and little hyper fixation meal that I have going on right now.
I know one of your habitual foods, at least before recently, Jessica. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is not something I willingly seek out. It is
Convenient.
it is on the way home.
I swear, and I know it's not just you because I know Scott's going there alone, but I swear about once a week when I'm just like, I want to play a video game, is Scott home? And I'm like, no, he's at Taco Bell.
You know what? I am blocking my location.
I look at him, not you. It's him because he's at the top of my list.
Again, that is a convenience thing. That's not a comfort food. That's available.
I hate Taco Bell.
I'm not going out of my way to Del Taco.
And
when
I
Taco
bet
Bell's
Fridge,
closer.
when I found out that they were bringing back the chicken nuggets to Taco Bell, I'm like, oh my God, he is going to freak out.
I have not dabbled again. I'm still in my.
They don't come out for 3 more days.
3 more days.
No, I'm gonna
And
try
then
not
they
to.
said by 2026 it's going to be a permanent menu item.
There's no reason for it.
because they're delicious.
They're not
They are
delicious.
delicious.
And I've never had them, but he talks about them all the time.
Don't they call them chicken chips? Not even nuggets.
I don't even
They have
know.
like a weird name for
I don't
them.
think so.
I swear they called them
I-
chicken chips.
I think it was like chicken dippers or something like that.
Is that it?
Why- Don't ruin this for me because I'm not eating them.
Look, any boneless chicken,
a
bite-sized
nugget.
is a nugget. Call it popcorn chicken. Call it boneless
No.
wings. That's
You can't call
all.
it popcorn chicken because
Why
KFC's
not?
popcorn chicken wasn't even.
What is
actual
the
chicken.
difference between
KFC's popcorn chicken was 100% chicken. What are you talking
What
about?
is the difference
chicken in there.
between
It was just
popcorn chicken and a
deep-fried
chicken nugget?
chicken-flavored bread.
I think a chicken nugget's bigger.
So size
So
is the difference.
Realistically, I mean, we call boneless wings chicken nuggets, but when I imagine a chicken nugget, I imagine pink sludge chicken meat. You know,
mechanically separated chicken.
when I
pushed through a
imagine
tube.
boneless wings, I imagine cut up actual chicken. I think that's really the only difference in my head is one's like made into a paste and shaped into a nugget, whereas the other one's chunks of meat that is battered and deep fried.
So, dino shaped chicken nuggets. Are
Dino
the-
nugs are nugs. They're and I have them in
But
the
it's
freezer.
pink
And I have
sludge
no
that's
shame of
formed
eating
into
dino
a
nugs.
dinosaur.
You know, I don't think I touched base on this, but you know how I look every day at Facebook memories and shit from years ago. And Shelby recently got back on social media, and she's going through my Facebook. You know, she's stalking my Facebook because she's never got to see it. She gets back to New Year's Eve, and it just cracks me up. She starts laughing. And I'm like, what is so funny? And my post was, I just stole a child's chocolate milk and I have no shame. Happy New Year's. And she's like, did you steal one of the kids' chocolate? I'm like, yeah, I bought it. No one drank it. I drank it. I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Dude, I do it. I don't care. It's dad.
Hey,
it's dad tax.
Yeah, exactly. It's parent tax. But I mean, we've talked about it. My parent tax for Halloween candy is Whoppers. No one eats them anyway, so I don't even care. I'm taking them.
Whoppers and Smarties.
Ooh, you know,
They're like 2 of the worst candies.
They're delicious.
Smarties are
the
amazing.
Necco
I like Smarties.
wafers are
I love Necco wafers. I don't know why.
There's
Neckos
still
are
there's like
Are you a 90-year-old woman?
there's a palette.
Why?
Necco wafers.
I swear,
Neckos
there
are
is a
good.
palette.
I don't know. Am I 90? Jessica, are you attracted to me? Is your wife attracted to me?
I don't know. Pull Necco wafers out of your pocket. See if it does anything for me.
Let me
He's got them tucked in his shirt pocket.
pull out
You got a
straw-
butterscotch in there?
A Werther's original.
One of those strawberry things that nobody knows what they're called, but the wrapper looked like a
Milky Way.
strawberry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's an actual name. Oh, what the
Yeah, what
fuck's
are they
the name of
called?
it? God damn it! I knew the name of them too.
We just talked about these a couple weeks ago.
That's why I knew the name of them.
And we looked up the name. But yeah. Actually, I think I had something about fucking candy. Not fucking candy, but with me it's...
Could be.
Okay, yeah. So here's one that came up the other day. I was watching a damn history of bubblegum, because I'm that guy. And I watch weird shit, but...
Actually, just a strawberry bonbon.
Who
Strawberry
Bonbon, that's it. Who came up with bubble tape?
I don't know, but
Let's
it's
combine the
delicious.
fun of bubblegum and tape.
And a measuring
Oh,
tape.
was I the only one that would open the roll and just bite the roll?
Go
Are
away.
you a Viking?
Did you do that with fruit roll-ups too? Or fruit by the foot?
Yeah.
The one you unroll, you just bit
I
into
just-
it like a
Well, no, I took the
savage?
I
paper
know.
off of
Good
it.
God.
But no, like a fruit roll up, I'll pull it apart and then I smash it.
Then again, string cheese, I just bite. I don't pull it
Oh no,
apart.
you got string cheese. You gotta separate.
See, but then you'll eat
You'll
bubble tape.
separate
You'll
a
separate
string
that,
cheese.
but not bubble tape.
Do you bite a Kit Kat the whole way, or do you break it?
I bite it.
Fucking knew it. I fucking. Do you eat a burrito from the side? Do you take a big bite out of the middle of it?
No,
You're gonna start doing it now, aren't you?
I'm gonna send you pictures.
Did anyone? Did anyone?
Did you see my perfectly arranged nuggets that I send you?
Yeah.
That was the McDonald's in Port Huron. I got a 10-piece and they were stacked like shingles. I was like, this is amazing.
I line up my fries
Was
by
it almost
size.
too pretty to eat?
What?
I do. I have OCD, dude. I
No,
told
you don't have OCD. You have something you call OCD because you're fucking weird.
I have certain OCD things. I
O-
do.
OCD is a mental disorder. You have weird.
The lady, I'm sorry for the. I apologize for the wait.
Why are you having a side conversation?
Because
He's showing me a picture
talking
of his
about nuggets.
very
Talking
to the
perfectly
mic.
arranged
I don't want to
chicken
interrupt
nuggets.
your guys's. Look at these, Tommy.
I'm making fun of him because I don't know if you heard it. Tommy
They're
says
perfect.
Tommy says he arranges
Perfect.
his French fries by size.
I do.
Yeah, we're all pausing for the same
How
reason.
long does that take when you get a large fry?
Whenever I
So you
grab fry,
dump-
I like
you dump 'em?
Are they
no.
cold by the time you get around to eating them?
Let's say I get a fry. I'll take a handful out when I put it on.
If you're gonna talk with your hands, stop hitting the damn microphone.
I'm an idiot. What do you expect?
What happens if you get a large one that's slightly broken, not completely broken, but it could almost
With the
be
hanger?
Just by
two
length.
pieces.
With the hanger?
Just by length.
It'll be like a big old triangle, literally on my plate.
I'm gonna have Becca send me a video of this one day because
But why
That's
do you take them out
absurd.
of the carton before you eat them and not just put them directly into your
I
mouth?
don't know. I have issues. You guys don't believe
do you
me
eat
that I have
them?
issues.
Do you eat them large to small or small to large?
Large or small?
That I agree with because then like the small ones you can just shake.
I tell you guys.
Am I the only one that just grabs fucking fries, dips them, and put them in my mouth?
No.
What do you do with waffle fries?
Oh, that,
Dipped them in cheese from Chick-fil-A.
Still never had them.
yeah. I will literally line them up, and I'll have them lined up, and then I'll take one or two at a time, like pinch them right in the middle, and I'll dip them, and I'll eat them. I'm weird.
We could just totally throw you way off and just be like, there could be smaller ones or bigger ones still in the package that you don't know about.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is, like in a carton, I'll take out.
We're gonna have you blind
I'll
eat
take
French
like this.
fries, and you won't know what size you're getting.
I'll take them out like this.
We could chop
And
them
I'll
so
set
they're all the same exact size.
I'll take them out of my carton like this, and I'll set them on my plate, and I will line them up, and
The
then
whole
I'll eat
thing.
them.
So you have an empty carton sitting.
No, there'll still be some in my carton.
Right, but there could be longer ones in the carton.
Yes, but that still doesn't. Don't mess my brain up. So
Your
then-
brain is already messed up.
So you go in sections. You
Yes.
throw out a couple, you line them up,
Can
you eat
your
them.
food
You
touch?
shake out a little more,
Yeah.
line them up, eat them.
Yep.
That is such
Can
a
your food
process.
touch?
I know. I told.
Is
I
that the
tell-
only food you arrange? French fries.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you,
I think so.
do you arrange your masculine women from small to big?
Your M&Ms.
She-Hulk's at the top. No, but yeah, I have.
Do you arrange
I have weird
Hostess donuts?
What about
idiosyncrasies.
Xena? So there's another one of those.
Listen,
weird-
Xena, I find attractive, especially in the movie Euro Trip when she's all BDSM'd out and she's like, Vander Sex. You all know
Bring out
that
the
Xena.
Floevenvlagen.
Yeah.
Floevenkenjenhollen. Did you say Floevenkenjenhollen? Yes, for the love of God, Floevenkenjenhollen. Bring out the Floevenkenjenhollen. Anyway,
Yeah, I have weird things that you guys don't really know about because you don't watch me.
tell me I don't want to. I think watching you eat, if you were arranging French fries, would piss me off. I can't. I can barely go out to eat a seafood boil with our friend Andy because he'll get a seafood boil and have to crack and peel every shrimp before he eats any of it. So I'm like, everything's fucking cold. Seafood goes cold quick.
Do you eat the tails of the shrimp?
Only you do, Fridge.
Crunch the shit out.
A lot of times, not every time, I'll get a hamburger, from a McDonald's. I'll flip it open and I'll eat the pickles off of it. And Becca's like, "You don't like the pickle?" I love the pickle. Well, why don't you keep? That? Just a little. I know that's not too
That's
weird.
not that weird to me.
I was gonna say that's not too weird.
That's not that
but
weird.
I'll do stuff like that. I'm an idiot.
Stop talking with your hands.
You'd think I was Italian.
He's arranging his fries just thinking about them.
I'm trying to think of anything like weird food habit I have, and like the weirdest thing, and it's not even weird, is like on a burrito. I don't open up my burrito and sauce it. I put sauce on each bite as I'm eating it.
That's the correct way to do it.
But like that's as weird as I think.
Who would open a burrito?
A lot of people. I used to when I was younger. It's really hard when you're driving 80 miles an hour opening a sauce pack. And
I used, since I wasn't
So
a
if
big
you-
fan of Mexican earlier until I hit probably about mid-teens, early 20s, I dipped all my Mexican food in ketchup. I don't do that anymore.
So if you
pierogies in ketchup, burritos in ketchup.
Yeah.
So if you
Jessica,
eat a
what do you
burger-
dip in ketchup? That's weird.
I
Oreos.
don't like ketchup, so I don't dip anything in ketchup.
my
The
kids
ketchup
dip-
is mustard.
So sometimes I still,
ketchup is
when we
most-
make white people tacos at home, I still
White people taco night. We're
I
getting
Taco
meat
shells from the grocery store.
I still will do occasional ketchup with my tacos. Occasionally.
I'm a food mixer. That's probably my weird thing. Is like a Thanksgiving meal, I mix everything together, so
Not
every
weird.
bite is
That's
a
not-
little bit
that's
of
not
everything.
Everything is separated.
Scott
If
makes
it
fun
touches,
of me
it doesn't
for
bother me.
being a mixer.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Do you separate your food?
Oh, it's all separated.
But
If
do
it-
you eat it in sections?
Yes.
I do eat my food in sections, but I'm also a mixer, and I found some great combinations. Like my stepmom's tuna macaroni salad mixes really well with baked beans,
Oh, tuna.
and I don't know why. It's so damn good.
So if you have a burger, do you dip the burger or do you put the ketchup and mustard on it?
I do both.
I do both.
Because you need the correct amount.
I need control of how much is on it, but I put condiments on it because I want to
And
make
then I
sure.
dip it in ketchup.
And then I dip it because I want the extra. Okay, here's a habit of mine. If I'm eating a burger or any kind of sandwich and sauce drips out onto the fucking package or on my plate, I have to fucking scoop that
Scooping it
shit
up,
up.
yeah.
I don't like to leave it there in a glop. I'll use my french fries or the sandwich or anything, but I need to fucking scoop that sauce up. But I'm a saucy boy. So, sauce is
As
my
Scott
favorite.
would say, you're a sauce boss.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of all this food, we got some pickle flavored foods to try tonight. Jessica's a pickle whore, so
That's what they called me in high school.
I don't think that's what we called you in high school. And I went to high school with you. I was the misfits man to you, and you were the goth girl.
Yep.
So
Oh
anyway,
my god, I can't imagine going to high school with you guys.
I was
Fun fact, we weren't even friends in high school. We just knew who each other were through like mutual parties,
Yeah.
I guess. But we became friends after high school.
Me in high school wasn't anything special. I was a quiet. I don't even know what I describe my style as. I wore whatever the fuck I want. Hot Topic. I was a quiet Hot Topic wearing drug dealer. Like that's what I was in high school, and that's why everyone knew me.
I'd probably be the loud,
The emo scene.
fat, obnoxious
I was at
guy
one
that
point.
everybody knew who I was, but probably nobody really really liked me because I was so loud and
I got
obnoxious.
news for you, Tommy. No one does anymore.
Yeah, I was just, one of the goth girls
Yeah.
of the few of us that were there.
Yep. So we're going to try some pickle things. We're going to take our little breaky poo here. And then we'll be back with pickle-flavored snacks and food. Alrighty. Break's over. We're here to try some pickle things. But before we get to it, Jessica is the pickle queen, whore, whatever you want to call her. Jessica, what's your favorite kind of pickle?
Well, my favorite pickle of all time is the spicy garlic pickles from Freakin' Pickles.
Freakin' Pickles.
Freakin' Pickles.
Nice. We talked about it outside. Bread and butter pickles are just disgusting.
Gross.
And then they're not bread and butter, Fridge. It's not bread and butter like the food.
I was sad.
All right, so Tommy has brought us a plethora of pickle-flavored snacks. We got some, what are those?
Well, I'll start with the dill pickle Pringles, I guess.
Pickle Pringles.
Dill pickle Pringles.
I didn't even know they made dill pickle Pringles. I am intrigued.
I'm imagining these are going to be very salt and vinegar-like. Maybe with a dill undertone. I don't know. And I was right.
That's good.
Ooh. Not bad.
I smash a can.
I'm going to need chapstick after this episode.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm waiting
it's
for Jess's reaction.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I fucks with that.
Yeah.
I'd smash a whole can.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's pretty good. I like Pringles in general, so I don't care if they're fake potato chips. That's an easy 7 for me.
You know what? Ooh. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of... Ooh. I'll give it a 6.
In terms of pickle flavor, it's not too bad. Because you said you don't like...
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go 7
it's
because
not a
I'm going to
punch in the
say...
mouth. It's a good.
I'll go with a 7 because I am going to say that I'm
not a
happily
donut.
surprised by this. And I might change compared on what we have going here. So I'm going to say 7.
Now, are we just a solid 1 through 10?
Yep, we're going to go 1 through 10 here.
But you can get middle numbers. Like,
You can
I
hit
mean,
the points.
I might shoot high here and give that a 9.
Okay.
That's
as long as it's not a 10 for Hostess
You know.
Donuts.
Now,
I want it to have a little bit more kick to it, a little more pickle.
now this is Frederick's
Just a
by
little-
Meyer Crinkle Kettle Dill Pickled Potato Chips.
Say that 10 times fast.
I know I had to say it slow.
And they are much better.
And then that,
By the way, I know
You
you
know
used to. I know you used to do loss prevention by Meyer. For Meyer, did you see a couple weeks ago the kid who was arrested for taking chicken and fruit cups?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
You gonna pass those chips while you're
Mate.
asking?
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of people that are outraged by this company firing him for stealing, but you're stealing from your job, dog. It's not like he was starving. A lot of people say he was stealing food. He must have been hungry. I'm like, that's not the case. He wasn't a starving homeless child. He just stole. So my opinion, you reap what you sow. You stole, you get fired.
Okay. Kind of ticked me off, and to the point that I did not shop at Meijer for groceries this week. And I am not one of those that is like protest. I guess my problem with it was if they had seen him stealing, go to the dude saying, "Hey, you're stealing. Do you need money for food?" Or you fire the dude, not wait till you hit $100 worth of food and then have him arrested. I think there was way better ways to handle it. I just think kind of try to ruin the kid's life. You know, I think it was just done in a bad way. That's my opinion.
That's
I
what
think they
Meyer will
I
let you do.
I just
I
think
know
they
from
handled it the wrong
experience.
way. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
You're entitled to it. I mean, I get it. It's a corporation, but if he was stealing from a mom and pop shop, would it be different? Would you be more pissed or less pissed? I mean, you steal from a company that pays your paycheck, you get in trouble. I mean, it's one thing to say, like, a manager could have said, "Are you hungry? Do you need food?" But loss prevention, when I worked there, our whole job was to catch people stealing. I mean, that's what kept our job and our paycheck. So, and internal theft is kind of a priority, you know.
Before I worked IT, I was a manager at Jimmy John's, and if I seen somebody taking food, I wouldn't just log it down, wait, and then try to have them arrested. I would have said, "Yo, you're taking food. What the hell's going on?"
But you were a manager, not loss prevention, right? I mean,
Sure.
It's loss prevention that caught this kid.
Yeah, I know. It just felt dirty to me. That's. I guess I'm not saying
Here's the thing. I worked loss prevention there for years.
That's why I'm asking you. That's why
And
I'm asking your thoughts on it.
If, as a loss prevention agent, I saw someone stealing, and instead of doing my job and saying, "Hey, let's see if we can get this kid help," I'm getting in trouble because I didn't do my job. Mm-hmm. You know, it's unfortunately just the name of the game.
Okay, that's why I asked you. I just was kind of upset the way they handled it. That I just didn't like the way they handled it.
He'll be fine. He'll go to court and he'll plea it down, and he'll get a slap on the wrist and some probation. He won't get hired at Meijer again, but he'll be fine. It's not like he stole $10,000 worth of shit.
Yeah.
You know, Fridge.
By the way, I'm lowering the Pringles down to a 6, and I'm putting those bad boys at 8 because those are freaking delicious.
Those are much better. They're
Yes.
crinkle cut. The flavor's better, and I like them all around better. That's an 8.5 for me.
That's like a 5.5.
You don't like those?
I don't like kettle chips.
Yeah, I think the Pringles are better. Now these are good, but I'm gonna give these a 7.
A 7, really? Okay.
7. I've had better pickle potato chips.
I like
Pringles.
those. Let's stick with the chips, Tommy.
Okay.
Let's do all the chips first. So next we got another Pringle. Are these just
Pringles
the same thing?
Mingles.
Are they the same thing out of the can?
It
Maybe.
looks like it's like
No.
a crisp.
These are new. They are. I don't even know what you would call these.
Puffs.
Puffs, yeah.
They kind of look like those baby treats. You know.
Yeah, and almost like a
They're
mix
bow ties.
between of like a.
Whoa. That's a whole different flavor profile.
Whoa.
Now, to be fair, these are dill pickle and ranch flavored.
Oh.
Mango.
So, and they also have more of a corn puff texture. Are these potato or are they corn? No, I don't like them.
I don't taste the.
It's like a piece
Pickle
of
it.
styrofoam. No, it's more ranch.
According to the ingredients, they're cornmeal.
Yeah.
So it's more of a corn puff. I wouldn't not eat them, but I wouldn't seek them out. 5.
If you're saying that's pickle, I do not taste pickle to me.
No,
They're not
the
terrible.
The ranch overpowers it.
Those are disgusting.
No,
4?
it's 4.3.
4 on those.
2.
2.
I don't hate them, but I would never seek them out. I would never buy them again.
I think it's the ranch flavor. I don't taste pickle. I taste
It's
ranch.
And it's a bad ranch.
Like a dill ranch, I guess.
I see.
And also the texture. I don't like the texture of those.
I like the texture actually. So I mean oh wow. Okay, so these are Quaker.
Yeah,
That
these are
makes sense.
Quaker dill pickle Rice Crisps. They're like mini rice cakes.
So I've had these before in different flavors, and I like them. I've never had the pickle one.
They smell very pickly.
Oh my god!
They smell
Oh my
very pickly.
God.
Is it a kick of pickle?
Pickle, man.
Not a strong aftertaste, but it does hit you with in the nuts with pickle.
That's not that bad. That's good.
They,
Oh,
This
gonna
might
be
have
Jess's
This might
jam.
have taken the Pringles.
these are my jam. Dang, I didn't know rice cakes could be so flavorful. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not liking the aftertaste.
It's got a funky pickle flavor to the end.
When the aftertaste hits like almost like a rancid pickle.
Yeah. They're better for you than the Pringles.
I don't even know
I
how to
looked
rate
already.
those.
I'm going a good 7.7. Because it has a good kick of fucking pickle to it.
Yeah, they're very flavorful. I might have to lower the Pringles to an 8 and put these at a 9. These are really good
I don't know how to rate those
in terms of flavor.
I'm shocked by how much flavor there is in those stupid things because I've always thought of rice cakes as
Very plain.
cardboard.
Yeah.
I'm going with like a 6.5. I don't hate them. I don't like them.
I'm gonna
I
try
got a really
one. I'm gonna
dusted
say
one.
7.
I got a really dusted one. It's good.
So we're all over the place
Solid
here.
8.
I'm still going with Frederick's as the best chip out of the ones we've tried. So next up we have some dill pickle cashews from Planters. Now, I'm hoping these are good because I fuck with cashews. Yeah, can you open them there, buddy?
Now I've
Would
had
you like my dull knife?
The Blue Diamond spicy pickle almonds
Which are good.
is a staple in our home.
Oh, it's all broken. Like even cutting below where the
The
open line is.
resealable.
Man,
I mean, do we need to reseal them with fridge here?
Yeah, because I really don't care for cashews.
Really?
It's too soft of a nut for me.
My favorite macadamias are my favorite.
I like them hard nuts.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Make noise.
These are very dusted.
They're dusted with no flavor.
If anyone doesn't like those, I will take those. That is me.
They need to make a pickle flavor Red Bull.
Gross.
Did anyone try the pickle Slurpee when 7-Eleven came out with the pickle Slurpee?
no, I
No.
did not.
I tried it, and I didn't hate it.
Oh, I did not like that.
What one?
No,
Those cashews are the win for me right now.
that's a sour thing. Oh,
I'm giving the cashews an 8.8. I really like those.
that's like a 2.
A 2.
Oh my god.
I don't think these have that strong of a flavor.
Are you?
No,
kidding me?
they're very subtle, but
They're very.
I also love cashews.
That ain't
So
subtle.
Maybe you got a sleeper. I'm gonna try to dig for a Dusty Boy.
now here's the question: we got sunflower seeds up next by Spitz. Fridge, do you eat your shell?
Yeah,
I knew it.
I do.
I knew it.
Savage like.
I'll give those a 6. Those are pretty good.
Not my favorite, but
There is no pickle flavor on these. All I taste is salt, maybe a hint of vinegar, but
See, I don't really like sunflower seeds, so I don't know.
Drink here to rinse some of these other flavors out.
there's very little, if any, pickle flavor.
I don't like when food gives me a chore.
I have nothing to spit my sunflower seed shells in. Oh, there's a bag.
Eat them.
No.
Thank you. I'm right with James.
Yeah, there's no flavor.
That's just a seed.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah.
There's no pickle flavor.
There's no pickle flavor. Ugh.
I'll give that a 1 just
It's a
because.
1. Not only based
Yeah.
on pickle flavor, but just overall. Like I
I'm
would never eat those.
I'm not a big seed fan as it is, and
Yeah, even if you let it sit, there's no pickle flavor.
I do like sunflower seeds. That's the thing, and
yeah,
I'd rather just have a salted sunflower seed over that. So
now.
Ooh, just as a spitter.
Now we have Sucker Punch actual pickles. So, what do we want to do first? We have Fiery Hot,
I think we go with the standard ones first, right?
Classic, which is just kosher, or do we do the bread and butter?
Oh, you got bread and butter. No, let's
Yeah.
do the bread and butter first because I fucking hate them.
Okay.
So I don't even know what it is, but where's my phone? I need to know what a bread and butter pickle is.
No, I did not. I got red chili, Fiery Hot, or Classic.
Let's do classic first.
Thank
Okay.
God, because anything bread and butter was about to get a negative 10,000
Yeah.
from me.
So bread and butter pickles are called that because of their common use as a sandwich ingredient. Similar to how bread and butter, they're also named tradition, blah, 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 blah. Sweet and tangy, often enjoyed with a spread of butter. Oh, made during the Great Depression. Go figure, when some of the worst foods ever came out. All right.
So these are just pickles, right?
Just straight up pickles, yep.
Let me shake my pickle juice off.
Do you guys prefer a pickle spear or a pickle chip?
Chip.
Is it fried?
Pickle chip.
Both.
Spears.
So you could have just said spear.
Spears. No, because I like plural. I want more than one.
So, Sucker Punch is the right name. That is a pungent, kick you in the mouth flavor.
Wow.
I really like it.
That is really good.
Juice on my pickle.
That is an excellent fucking pickle.
That is a great pickle.
I don't know how old they are or how long before since they were made. They kept crispiness as a chip, and that's rare.
I don't.
That is a great pickle.
I wouldn't fucks with that.
No.
I'm giving that an 8.1.
That is not a kosher dill.
I'm giving that a 9. That's probably... I would do that and then the
What's
kettle
wrong
chip.
with your palate?
I'm getting a little sweetness.
There was bread and butter
There's
flavor.
bread and butter undertones to this. This is almost faking me out here.
I didn't taste bread and butter.
That is,
I liked that.
that is a suspect.
I enjoyed it.
Pickle sauce.
That's an 8.1 for me.
No. There's bread and butter.
One.
You didn't like it?
No, I'm getting a sweetness that I don't care for.
Tommy ruined another package.
I ripped that right from where it told me to rip.
I'm going with Jess. I'll go to 1.1 maybe, but there's
I could maybe eat that on a Nashville hot chicken sandwich
I would eat those.
that would probably make it okay.
with a lot of hot sauce. And then I pick
Or
the
buried
pickles
in
off.
like a barbecue burger.
Yeah.
What is your favorite store brand, like commonly found brand of pickle?
Awesome.
That's the wrong answer, by the way.
Mount Olive or Vlasic?
Both of those are wrong, too.
Okay.
I don't know. Amanda gets some ones in a little plastic container that you got like a safety ring you got to rip off.
I buy freaking pickles.
Now this is spicy dill.
Ooh. Oh, are we doing that one first or this one first?
I
You handed me this one first. Now I
Yeah.
want to eat this one.
Okay, well, do spicy dill.
Oh my god. I got pickle juice on my hand now, Tommy.
Jesus.
Jesus ain't going to help you.
Now have them lick it off.
No. Spicy dill. Okay. The smell profile is so different.
If you didn't like the kosher dill, you guys are not going to like this one.
How do you know?
It's bread and butter with
No.
sriracha. I got to.
Oh my god.
This one is not as sweet. I will say that.
Did you eat one?
Tommy,
Nope.
did you get
Yes, I did. I've already ate it.
That's one of the worst pickles I've ever had in my life. Immediate, like, rancid pickle. Oh. That is a 0.5. That is the lowest rating I've given a food on this podcast.
I'll say 6. I'll say 6 on that. It's not that bad.
That is awful. Are you kidding me?
They'll
tastes like
they'll,
the rotten.
Now they'll be total
I
opposite
said
from
rancid,
us.
yeah. No, Fridge is on my side.
It's rotten. How old is that pack?
Tommy, did you sit on it like a mother hen?
I'm not gonna lie, I like these better than the other
I
ones.
knew
Because
she
there's
would.
no bread and butter,
Because
but
there's no,
it's
but they're softer.
they're not a good texture.
Not
They're-
into those.
They're not
Ooh,
as
man.
crispy. Oh,
those-
you know
the
what?
smell
I'm getting a
profile's
weird
different.
aftertaste. I'm getting a weird aftertaste.
I don't like it. And it's
Oh. Oh, changed my mind.
and then finally we got 3 pepper pickles. Woo! Now this
Cool.
one
Yeah.
I don't
smells
want 'em
really
back.
good.
You're just put 'em over there somewhere.
I enjoy the smell of these pickles.
That's got a kick.
What is this brand Sucker Punch? I've never heard of it. Where'd you buy these?
Meyer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't trust
That's
this
nice.
ones anymore.
I want to take one more as I'm
I don't
going back.
trust it. I don't trust it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That one has, I mean, it's not spicy. Tommy's a pussy.
No, at first it.
No, you're a pussy. Shut up. You've admitted, you're a self-admitted spice pussy. But
I like that.
These do smell good.
those are really
It
good.
tastes like lotion.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
That's
They have a nice flavor. The aftertaste is fun.
tastes like
it
fucking
has
lotion.
a hint of heat.
It tastes like lotion.
I really like those. I'm going to give that one an 8.6.
I'm going in half with that.
That's a good chicken sandwich pickle.
Just wait till
Oh
your
yeah,
aftertaste. It
putting
tastes
that on like
lotion.
a chicken a spicy.
That's a
oh,
good chicken
man.
sandwich pickle.
Sunscreen.
Look at
It's
her
not
face.
sunscreen.
I don't.
She don't know.
Let me try one more. Really? I think I still have a little bit of aftertaste from the last one.
No, that's just
The regular spicy one sucks. The 3 pepper was good.
That one.
It tastes
that
like
one.
banana.
Tommy, do me a
Boat
favor.
sounds
Hand me that kosher dill and the Frederick's chips.
No, I don't care for these. And maybe it's the brand that I'm not caring for. I think I just don't like sucker
Maybe a little
punch
sandwich with it.
pickles.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
try
tastes
that.
like,
There's
Ooh, that's
No.
fine. I made a Frank and pickle snack. That's a good combo.
I also don't know where this 3 pepper flavor comes from when the ingredients has no peppers in
I'm
it.
all about that.
It was a good combination, right?
Yeah.
Crunchy pickles. I don't know. Hand me that pack, please. Pass that down. So 3 pepper, but there's no peppers on the ingredient. Does it say natural flavors, though?
I believe so.
That's probably what it is.
3 lotions.
3 lotions.
It's not lotion. Natural flavor, so
Sunbum.
they're just not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Banana boat.
Fridge, how much lotion have you eaten to know what it tastes like?
I like that.
Plead the 5th.
I'm not a cop. I'm not. Constitution doesn't mean shit to me about that.
My wife listens to these podcasts.
So I shouldn't tell you what you did to me when you saw me at first.
No.
Grab my titty.
Nipple.
That was really good.
All right. So my favorite snack of all was the Frederick's kettle crinkle cut potato chips, followed by the cashews for me.
I think mine were the classic kosher dill and then the Frederick's kettle chips.
I'm going Quaker and Pringles. Quaker being my number 1, Pringles second.
Yeah.
Not the styrofoam ones, the chip actual
I agree
Pringles.
with Fridge. The Quaker rice cakes, number 1. Pringles, number 2. I never want another sucker punch pickle for the rest of my life.
Alrighty, so there you have it, the definitive and only one that matters pickle ranking out of the podcast Monday Night Meat and Potatoes.
By the way, trust the fat guys.
Trust the fat guys with snacks, but maybe not with the 0-calorie treats, aka
Yeah.
pickles.
Hey, I'm not by any means a small woman, so you can trust me too.
Alrighty, Jessica, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank
Hopefully
you.
you had some fun. I know we definitely did. We'll see you next week on Monday Night Meat and Potatoes. I'm James.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Fridge.
I'm Jessica.
Thanks for
Bye,
listening,
guys.
everyone. We'll see you.
Bye.
This has been Monday Night Meat and Potatoes.